Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the singles. Happy Friday to you. You made it to the Friday. Woo! Time for some of you to rest and relax. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you, singles. I do this reading on a Friday for the singles. It's usually a sneak peek for the weekend. Now, whether it's this weekend or next weekend or the weekend after that, I don't know. But I'm here to do a singles read for you for the weekend. So, singles, thank you so much for clicking here. If you've never been here before, welcome, welcome. I do this reading on a Friday. I'm going to read from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything down below in the description so you can just scroll this video and find the energies that you need. But please, please, please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You don't really even have part of the information if that's all that you're doing. Natal charts are free everywhere online. You don't need to have your exact date of birth if you don't know it. You just need to know whether you were born closer to midnight or closer to noon, in the daytime or the nighttime, in order to get some of your energy, right? So go find a free natal chart and come back and watch for your other signs. It makes a far rounder picture. All right. So we're going to start with Aries, go to Pisces. Here we go. Oh, by the way, if you are interested in a private read, I've left a link down at the top of all of the comments in the comment section. And if you're interested, my readings there over at Wizio begin at $40. I am on a 10-day turnaround time. Thank you so much for all of those of you who have booked. It's been lovely getting to know you. All right, here we go. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's coming up for Aries singles for this weekend. Tell me about the sneak peek for this weekend for Aries. Aries, we have the Sun. Here comes the Sun. Here we go. We've got growth, happiness, some clarity is here. Tell me more about the Sun. Why do we need to know about the Sun? The Sun is Leo energy. We've got the Queen of Wands. You're seeing something clearly here, Aries. You're seeing something very clearly here. It does feel like you're waiting for a moment of clarity in order to see something clearer about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands could also be your energy, because whether you're feminine or masculine, the Queen being here does indicate Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So I feel like it's you who's waiting for clarity about something that's about to arrive. Something exciting is about to arrive, Aries. I want to say something is really exciting. And it is the Three of Wands that's telling me that something here is about to arrive that you're going to see very clearly for what it is. And it is exciting. Tell me more about Aries. The sneak peek for this weekend for Aries. We have the Justice card in the reverse. We have the Five of Wands. So I want to say that the thing that is arriving, that you need to have the Sun present with you because of the Five of Wands. It's like there's some indecision here. Indecision or competition. Justice in the reverse is telling me that you have had no justice in seeing things for what they are. You've had no justice in your growth. You've had no justice in the happiness that the Sun brings here. Why is that? Tell me more why justice is in the reverse. We have the Four of Cups. Interesting, because it feels like you are in some type of redundant energy right now. There is something arriving here. I feel for some of you it might be this weekend. Tell me what's arriving, please. Tell me what's arriving. What's arriving is the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Tell me more about this. We have the Eight of Cups and we have the Seven of Wands. So I want to say, Aries, something is arriving here, something you've been waiting for or waiting on, and it does feel like it's something you don't trust, and that's why the Sun is here. You need the Sun in order to be able to see things clearly. We have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups. So it does feel like what you've been waiting for is possibly about making a decision. It feels like there is something that has you defensive, that has your boundaries up. The Eight of Cups tells me that there is some sort of an emotional disconnect or departing that is happening here. And that with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, for me, that is like, it doesn't feel romantic anymore. It doesn't feel like there's romance. It almost feels like unrequited love. I want to say that maybe you are pouring your sunshine onto someone, but what you're receiving in return is this confusing energy. I'm very confused as I read this because we do have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, which again does tell me that maybe the romance is fading, or we don't feel romantic about the situation anymore because somebody here has departed or is ready to leave or is emotionally disconnected. We do have the Seven of Wands, which tells me it's a very defensive time. Somebody here is standing their ground for some reason here. Tell me what's going on here. Tell me what's going on this weekend for Aries. We do have the Ten of Coins. Yeah, it does feel like it's about a long-term relationship that's become very burdensome. We do have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So it feels like this long-term relationship that you're in has become burdensome. It's time for you to put down the burdens, my friend. It feels like it's created nothing but burdens, and now you're very defensive. Why is this long-term relationship become burdensome for Aries? Because of the Ten of Cups. You thought you were happy. You thought that this was the family. But the Ten of Wands tells me it's all become a burden. We're at the end of cycles here. So after the Ten of Cups comes the Ace. After the Ten of Wands comes the Ace, right? Same with the Pentacles. So it feels like somebody is leaving. The Eight of Cups is right here. Someone's disconnecting emotionally because I feel like you don't love me anymore, or I feel like you no longer have romantic feelings for me anymore. Tell me more. We have the Five of Coins. We are going to end up in disconnect here. There is a big disconnect or there was a big disconnect, or maybe there will be in the future. And although this is a singles read, it feels like somebody here is becoming single this weekend. I want to say, if you've clicked here and you're someone who's already decided that the relationship is over, I'm not telling you that something is going to be over, but it feels like somebody's already had a breakthrough or a realization here. Why is the Sun here, please? The Three of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the the Moon is here. So I want to say that there is no justice in the Sun. There's no justice for you right here. We've got the fire sign, the Queen of Wands. The Three of Cups tells me we went from the Three of Cups, having fun, being celebratory, to the Five of Cups, which is sadness and regret. And then we have the Moon, and I'm not really sure why. It's like you don't know what happened, but it feels like I'm doing this reading for you, coming into a single time in your life. Like maybe you were in a relationship. It's like this thing got redundant, I want to say. So if you're here clicking, Aries, it's because you're thinking about becoming single or you're already become single. We have no justice here. There's redundancy. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is here. The Strength is here, and so is the Devil. I feel like you've been trying to be courageous about somebody who's codependent. It feels like there's codependency in a relationship, and the Justice is in the reverse. We're either not telling the truth, not being truthful with each other, or I just don't feel like I'm getting any justice here. It's connected to your energy, which is Aries, right? And we do have the Four of Cups connected to the Ten of Swords. I need to end the redundancy. What are you going to do from here? Yeah, the World card is here. So there is something, a chapter is ending. I want to say that if you're here watching this, for some of you, you've already ended the chapter with somebody else, and now you're single, and so you're online trying to figure out what you should be doing next. We do have the Nine of Swords and the Two of Coins. It's like now you're worried that you can't find your balance. It feels like a struggle and a juggle. The Five of Coins is here. 5 and 2 is 7. It took a long time for you to do this. It took a long time for you to pull away, to walk away, emotionally pull away, but I feel like that's why you're here watching. So what am I telling you? What comes next? The Moon energy is here. You don't know what comes next, but I feel like you are sad that you're no longer in a celebratory energy. What comes next is the Page of Coins. There's a new beginning here. The Hanged Man is here, and the Two of Wands. So this has happened for a reason, and the reason is because you're at the crossroads. It's time for you to take another path. I feel like you ran it out to the end here. I feel like you did whatever you could, but it ended up in betrayal, or we ended up being silent with each other, the end of the relationship. It feels like there is a new opportunity coming here for you, but it feels like you're hesitating, or you're in sort of a self-sacrificial energy right now. The Two of Wands is telling me that you are at a place where you need to make a decision about what you're going to do next, and what really is making you feel the fire in your heart here. We do have Knight of Cups. We have water. So we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Capricorn energy. We have Pisces and Cancer. We have Justice, which is Libra. We have your energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and then we have more Leo energy. Wow, that was kind of weird. It was a little bit of a weird reading. So it does feel like somebody recently has become single and you're kind of here looking for, you know, kind of feeling bad about it, looking for what comes next. I feel like there is an opportunity coming, but I feel like you got to do some healing first. You got to spend some time in the Hanged Man energy, talking to your source. All right, Taurus, we are in your season, friend. Here we are, Taurus. I think the 20th is the official beginning of Taurus season. But look, today, Taurus, in Taurus is that conjunction that they've been talking about on the platform. All the astrologers have been talking about this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction, and this is a placement, or I don't know how to say it. I'm not an astrologer, so this is like a transit. I'm going to say. I'm getting to learn just like you. This is a transit that hasn't happened since 1941. It's very auspicious, which means that there's a lot of sort of good luck, good energy, new things happening. Something is going to be positive, I feel, that is going to happen to you. Well, positive or negative, I don't know. I really can't say. But I feel like this is the best time for you to make a change. That something is coming that is changing and you don't really have any control over it. Tell me about Taurus, please. Tell me about my bull gang. For the singles, please, for the weekend. Singles for the weekend. We do have an opportunity, my friend. We have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is an opportunity or something that is beginning or growing. Somebody needs to get some footing in something new, a new opportunity here. Tell me about Taurus. We've got the Five of Wands. You're kind of side-eyeing it a little bit, this opportunity, because the Five of Wands is about competition. It's about arguing with the self internally. It's also about hesitation, or hesitation or holding back just a little bit here. It's indecision. We do have the Three of Wands. I think these two cards just came up for Aries. I think you might be dealing with an Aries, but we do have something that's arriving. And I feel like it is an opportunity, but it feels like you're almost giving it the side eye. You're not really sure if this is what you want. It is a moment of alchemy for some sort of lesson to be learned or some sort of commitment that is arriving here. Tell me more about this, Taurus. It's a surprise, my friend. You might be getting a surprise. Somebody might be coming in to apologize. It could be a Taurus. It could be a Sagittarius, possibly. But look, in the future, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is in the hand of the page. It almost like somebody's pleading with you a little bit. They're like, here, I'm here with my cup. I'm here with my cup now, Taurus. Are you going to pay attention to me? Taurus, this is your energy. So I think what's arriving for you is a surprise. And it might have something to do with the heart space here. Tell me what the surprise is. Can you tell me what the surprise is for Taurus? Tell me what this surprise is coming in for Taurus. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Wands. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Taurus, it's huge. Like, this is a huge surprise opportunity. And I want to say that you're going to side-eye it for a moment. You're not going to trust it. And it feels like it's because you're in this defense mode here. We got the Seven of Wands. You're holding back. You're in defense mode. When this shows up, whatever this opportunity is, whether it's a person or a job, it feels like it could be something that is someone wants to invest in you. Let's look at the Three of Wands. Tell me what's arriving for Taurus, please. Tell me what's arriving for Taurus. It feels like you don't trust it when it first shows up here, because this someone here is showing up, Taurus, that you haven't spoken with in a while. The Four of Pentacles is here along with the One Pentacle, which is 5. There's someone that you've been disconnected from, or you've been on the outside of their life looking in, or maybe they with you. But tell me what's arriving for Taurus, please. What's arriving for Taurus? We do have the Ten of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Somebody is arriving to speak with you about some sort of a painful or betrayal kind of ending. Something that they feel you cut them, or you feel they cut you. Take it as it resonates for you. But we do have the Ten of Swords, which is an end of a really painful cycle, or a painful ending to a cycle. And then we have the Knight of Swords, who is the one who is brave and courageous, right? This person's coming in just to throw all the information at you. And I feel like what we're supposed to talk about is the Six of Swords. Why did we move on from here? What happened? Like, why did you cut out? Maybe you cut out or they did, but this is about disconnecting from the chaos and moving to the calm. Somebody here needs to have some answers. It could be a Gemini that's arriving. It could be another Taurus. Tell me about the Hierophant, please. We have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Strength card, and we have the Three of Swords. So this is a disappointing situation that two people have been up in their head about. You've been thinking about it, they've been thinking about it. Something happened between two people that made you single. And I feel that with this 3 and 6, it's like 9. It's like it's worrisome. You're trying to find the courage. It's like, how can I say? This thing shows up and surprises you, like this person, this situation. I say this thing because I meant the situation. But this shows up and it surprises you and throws you right off balance. You have to find the courage to deal with it in a very balanced way. It's like it throws you off balance for just a moment. You never thought that you would see this person again. But look at that. They're coming in to ask you for some sort of celebration. Can I take you out? Can we talk about things? Can we have a few drinks with each other? It's like somebody is arriving who you had an ending with, a really painful ending, whether you ended it or they did. And somebody's coming back round because they want to talk about it. Tell me why the moment of alchemy is here, please. Tell me why temperance is here. Because it's the moment of alchemy for this surprise here. It's the moment. Yep, there is a communication, a conversation that's going to happen here. Somebody is coming to open up a conversation. It could be a Pisces. It doesn't have to be. Pardon me. But we do have the Ace of Swords here. It's the moment of alchemy where we must have a conversation. The universe is bringing two people together so we can have a conversation about the Ace of Cups. And it feels like there's been complete and total silence. You could be dealing with, like I said, a Pisces. But it feels like somebody's intuition is pushing them forward to you. That's what it feels like here. What's about to go down here? What's the surprise for Taurus? What's the surprise? We've got the Eight of Cups. We have the Hermit, and we have the Empress. I feel like there's a surprise here, Taurus. And the surprise for some of you is that the Empress, I feel, is the person who might be arriving. Now, the Empress doesn't chase, so this is huge. And the surprise could be, Taurus, you're the Empress. Take a look at it the other way. If you are the Empress, that you've been quiet with somebody, we have the Hermit and we have the High Priestess. Those two are a couple in the 5D. So I feel like there has been a whole lot of dreams or dreamscapes, or we've been dreaming about each other or thinking about each other, and it feels like there is a emotional disconnect, but it feels like it's because we're in the dream state. I want to say the surprise is for the Empress. It feels like the Empress is going to be surprised by someone that she hasn't spoken to for a very long time, that she's walked away from, or that has walked away from her. Feminine or masculine, you could be the Empress. Take it as it resonates. Somebody's about to reveal something here, or stand up, be counted. Someone is about to liberate themselves. This is someone that you already know. The Three of Pentacles tells me you already know them in your pentacle world, that you've been on their team, that they've been on your team, you've collaborated, you've been in friend groups. The Devil in the reverse tells me something needs to be released. It feels like this moment of alchemy here with Sagittarius energies, the universe coming in with a little bit of intervention. It feels like there's two people that need to be together here, but we have to talk some things out first. I feel like you're going to get either communication or an invitation. The communication comes from the Ace of Swords. The invitation is the Three of Cups, Taurus. I feel like you are going to get some sort of communication from someone. It could be this weekend for some of you. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Leo. We have Taurus and Libra energy. We have Virgo. We have Pisces. We have Sagittarius, more Taurus energy. Take that as it resonates. And if somebody does connect with you this weekend, please, I want to know. I'm your nosy friend. I want to know what's up. All right. Gemini, here we are. This is you. Single Gemini for this weekend. Sneak peek for this weekend. Single Gemini, tell me what's coming up, please. For Gemini, what do we need to know? The Hierophant. Why is the Hierophant here? Because of the Nine of Swords. And we have the Five of Swords. All right. I feel as though there is somebody here who is about to learn a lesson about the Five of Swords. It feels as though there is a lesson to be learned here, that somebody is about to, somebody is listening to the higher self, first of all. I feel like you are solid and grounded. You are somebody who looks at things logically. And the Hierophant tells me you're about to learn some type of lesson that comes from what you've been thinking about. So we're looking at swords. We've got the Nine of Swords here, which tells me there's something that's been on your mind. This is also, for me as a reader, getting stuck in a cycle. It's like I can't move to the 10. I keep going from the Ace to the 9 to the Ace to the 9. I keep getting stuck in this pattern that I can't get out of. And I feel like it's because of this Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords is conflict and disagreement. It is also battles and personal differences. So it feels like somebody here is trying to learn a lesson about the Five of Swords, but we're worried about it here. We've got the Page of Cups and the Empress. Look, I just did a reading for Taurus, and the same two cards came up in that reading. It feels like, I feel like, Gemini, that you feel like if you surprise the Empress and let them know about what you've learned, the higher self, you've become a spiritual leader, or you're moving really slowly towards your listening to the higher self and learning these lessons. I feel like the worry and the Five of Swords comes from, I feel like you may have had some words with the Empress here. And I want to say that the Page of Cups is telling me that you still have feelings, or you do, maybe these are new feelings, but maybe they're still feelings, that you do have feelings with the Empress. I do feel that you want a commitment from the Empress, but I feel like the Five of Swords is stopping you from moving forward here. We do have the Emperor. Look at that. There was an argument between the Emperor and the Empress. So whichever one you are, take it as it resonates. One's masculine leaning, one's feminine leaning, but they each have masculine and feminine energies to balance out their own energy. So it feels like there was an argument here. And I want to say that these two are supposed to be together. These two people here, the Emperor and the Empress, are the natural match. They're on the same vibration. They are both in their own right successful. They don't need each other. There's no need for a relationship here, but they do want it. And so it feels like whoever wants this commitment wants to go toward the Empress, but knows that there has been some words. And I'm not sure why. Let's find out why there's been some words here. There's been some personal differences, or maybe the last time you two spoke there was an argument, things we have fundamental differences about. I'm on my own and I'm not willing to change. I'm on my own and I'm not willing to change. Let's find out what's going on with the Five of Swords. We've got the Seven of Swords. So there is somebody wasn't being honest with the other person here, and maybe that was it. We started arguing because somebody wasn't being honest, or one of you, the Emperor or the Empress, felt like something was under the surface or being concealed, and they felt like they needed to have a moment to think about that. It's like somebody's intuition told them that somebody was not being honest about something, and that's why we stopped talking. What's this here? We do have the Five of Wands, so there's indecision, feeling like there's competition. We do have 2 5s here, and as a reader, when I see 1 5, it is lack, but we have 5 5, and 5 is the Hierophant. There is a quick change that's about to happen here, and with the Page of Cups in the room here on the table, that we can surmise that there is going to be a surprise or a quick change. It feels like the Emperor is about to surprise the Empress. Tell me about that. Tell me about the Emperor surprising the Empress. We have the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the 3 of Cups. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Very interesting. If I'm speaking to the Emperor, I do feel that you have had a long-term relationship that has ended. And I feel like you want a reunion with the Empress. I feel like you wonder if the Empress is single, but you're wondering if the Empress is even going to speak with you. Because of the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords, there's some type of a secret. Like we may have had an argument with you're not being honest with me. It could be about wisdom. I feel like things fell into silence, that somebody hesitated, or that somebody felt there was too much competition for the Empress, and so somebody did not come forward. Like there is silence currently, but it does feel like the Emperor has ended something with somebody else, and it was a surprise ending, I feel. It feels like maybe he didn't see it coming. Maybe the Emperor didn't see it coming, but now the Emperor is wondering if the Empress is free. Tell me about this surprise ending here, because it almost feels like with the 9 of Swords and the Page of Cups that somebody knew something was coming. They were worrying about it. It was like it was in my intuition. The Hermit is here, who's very spiritual and is looking for their light. It feels like somebody realized that, oh, somebody's lying to me here. We've got the 2 of Swords. We've got the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Look, when I see the Queen of Wands in a reading, like in a relationship reading like this, we already know that the Emperor has ended something with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, and that there has been a long-term relationship that has ended. The 3 of Cups is here because now the Emperor wants a reunion and is wondering if the Empress is single. So this tells me here that the Queen of Wands may have been a third party. Could have been another person or the other person. Queen of Wands, feminine or masculine, is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. And when I do see the Queen of Wands does what they want when they want to do it. They don't care who they're crashing into sometimes. They're independent. They do their own thing. And we do have the Ace of Wands. It feels like this was I want to say that this started in passion. It started because I'm attracted to you and you're attracted to me, and it started in a very passionate way. But then the 2 of Swords is here, and somebody gets into this energy of, I don't want you to hurt me. It's like somebody starts to pull back, and this person here is not necessarily the one that's going to settle down, right? Not right away. The Queen of Wands. Tell me what else we need to know about the Emperor. Why is the Emperor approaching the Empress? We've got the 9 of Wands, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the 6 of Wands. So I feel as though the Emperor feels that this Empress has far more stability, or is ready to settle down, or is dependable, reliable, has their own finances, whereas the Queen of Wands is going to go rogue. It feels like this person didn't really care what the Emperor wanted. They did their own thing. They went on their own path, colored outside the lines. I don't really care what you think. That's what it feels like. This was great while the passion was lasting, and I feel like that's why the Emperor was attracted to the Queen of Wands, because they like someone who is tenacious. But I feel like this Emperor has now realized that what they really want is the Queen of Pentacles. They do want the Empress who's doting and loving and kind, someone who's stable and sturdy, and someone who beautifies the home, and who is a solid, grounded partner. We do have the 9 of Wands here, and I want to say that with the 9 of Wands, it's like somebody here is behind the fear wall, and I think it's the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor feels like there's just no chance that the Empress is even going to speak with me. But the 6 of Wands is here, so I want to say that you're wrong. You are going to get it. This person is going to speak with you, but I feel like we have to talk about whatever was hiding under the surface here. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, we've got the 4 of Wands, and we've got the 7 of Cups. Whatever it is confusing. Somebody was confused about how they felt about the Empress, and it feels like they held back. So they didn't say anything. And the Empress knew that the Emperor was lying. So I feel like this falls into quietness here, but we do have the 8 of Cups. So it does feel like we pull apart from each other emotionally here. And while we're by ourselves in our own corners of the world, we do some healing. It feels like somebody here walked away from their wish fulfillment. I feel the Emperor realizes now that they have walked away from their wish fulfillment, and that the person that they really wanted was not the Queen of Wands. In fact, it was the Empress, because that's the person who is the best partner to rule the empire with. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have Aries, we have Sagittarius, and Leo as well. We do have the star that is Aquarius. We have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. We have Libra and Taurus. We have more Taurus energy. Very interesting. Very weird, but interesting readings so far. All right. This is you, Cancer. Let's find out what's going on for the single Cancer. This is the sneak peek for this weekend for the single Cancer. Tell me about single Cancer, please. What is coming up this weekend for our single Cancers, please? Tell me what's coming up this weekend for the single Cancers. We have, oh, something exciting is about to happen. We do have the Page of Wands. I'm not going to ignore that the Page of Wands is facing to the past, but we'll see what happens. Look, we're still in retrograde energy. We're still in full-on retrograde until the 25th of April. And then it goes direct, but then we're still in the shadow phase for 2 weeks. So we're looking at probably getting into the second week of May before we're out of, you know, the full-on retrograded, Mercury retrograded energy. So when I say that the page is looking at the past, it could be something to do with that. We do have the 4 of Wands. And we have the 9 of Swords. Tell me more. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Very interesting. I do feel like something exciting is about to happen here. And whether it is exciting for you, or maybe you're the person who's bringing the excitement, it does feel like somebody here is walking toward the past, where there was some sort of stability, fun, stable kind of relationship. But I want to say that it was exciting and fun. We were impromptu. We were, you know, passionate and flirting. And it was like, it feels like that two people, no matter what their age, felt like teenagers. It feels like that sort of energy. But now we're blocked. It feels like you feel like you are blocked from this. We do have the King of Swords and the 9 of Swords. It feels like a cycle ended here. And it's been a long while. Something is taking a really long time, or it took a really long time to realize that this cycle is over. We do have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, which tells me that somebody needs to take control or take charge of the situation. The King of Swords is here, and we do have the King of Swords being an Aquarius, but also as Gemini and Libra in this general reading. It feels like somebody is up in their head. They are worrying. They can't stop thinking about something on a loop. And the King of Swords has a sword that's pointing towards the Page of Wands. It feels like logically, you know this is over. But I feel like in the loins, you're still sort of excited about getting the attention of somebody here. I feel like in the past, it was very exciting that you had this solid sort of relationship here. But I feel like because this is a singles read, that you're kind of, it feels like you're thinking about it or reminiscing about it because of all of these swords. We have the 2 of Swords, which is the block. It's like you failed to see something about this 4 Wands. And I want to say that it took you a long time to see it. Tell me what's going on here. What did it take you a long time to see? Because I feel like there was something back here in the past that was actually a really good fit for you, but you failed to see it, and so it came to an end. And, you know, don't feel bad about that. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes our wish fulfillment shows up, but we don't realize that that's what we want, or that is our wish fulfillment. And so we just kind of send it away. Some people are scared of it. Tell me about the 2 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, please. We do have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So it does feel like, yeah, there was maybe feelings here. And now maybe there's the Page of Cups in the reverse tells me that we're not feeling it anymore, or there was unrequited love. Maybe you had feelings and they did, or maybe they did and you didn't. We do have the Nine of Wands, and we do have the Three of Swords. So I want to say that this is like you're kind of lamenting about the ending. It feels like it feels bad. It's put you behind the fear wall. It feels like this last relationship was a doozy, I want to say. But I also want to say that I feel like it was you that decided to let go. It feels like it was starting to grow with the Page of Cups in the reverse, but then like all the emotions fell out, or you retracted your emotions or pulled them away. We do have the Nine of Wands, and now I think you're regretting it. I feel like the reason that you pulled away, if it was you that did, it could have been the other person, but if you pulled away, the reason that you did is because you started catching feelings. But now I feel like you regret that you pulled away, because it ended up being quite heartbreaking in the end. So there's an ending here, and it feels like if you are identifying as the King of Swords, now you could have air in your chart, you don't have to, but it does feel like either you were dealing with someone who is Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or you were acting that way, possibly, because this person is someone who's just really honest and very truthful and transparent, and maybe you were just honest about, I'm getting my feelings involved here, and I don't want to. I don't want to involve my feelings. I'd rather stay in fire and air. I'd rather keep it in the mind and keep it in fire. I just want to, that's what it feels like. Somebody here got sort of weirded out when they started feeling feelings, and so somebody ended up ending this cycle, and it was a painful ending. It is the Ten of Swords. Somebody was worried that someone else was pulling their energy away, and so the other person may have cut you out, or maybe you cut them out. We do have the World card. Something ended here. And the thing is I feel like you still are very passionate about this person. You're very attracted to them. I think that you see them, you see their worth, and you see them for all that they are. I feel like the Queen of Wands continued to grow even after the ending of this. And I feel like that's your realization or your breakthrough, that no matter what went on here, that the Queen continued to grow. Now this person's sitting on the throne. They are a queen. They're in charge of some things. They're, you know, they're someone who is tenacious and independent, and they do their own thing. After the ending, the other person actually flourished. Yeah. Tell me why the Knight of Pentacles is here. I feel like you've been thinking about this Queen of Wands for a long time. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We also have Aries, Sagittarius. And Leo, we have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Virgo energy. Tell me more about this. Why did it take you so long to have this realization here? We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords, and there it is. Yeah, again, it's like you were stuck. You couldn't offer someone this cup. It feels like you were stuck in a place where you couldn't offer someone this cup. Maybe you are someone who is very involved in your work. Maybe you decided to, maybe you thought you needed more work done on yourself, like mastery, self-mastery, or maybe you were just very focused on your work. But it feels like when it came to offering the cup, it's like everything was in fire. And it feels like when it came to offering the cup, somebody here cut out. I don't know if it was you or them. But we do have the Seven of Cups. It ends up being very confusing. What happens in the future, please? Somebody's got some really tight boundaries, but is willing to give you reciprocity because they are kind and loving and compassionate. This could be your energy too, right? Take it as it resonates for you. Queen of Cups can be feminine or masculine. And it feels like somebody wants reciprocal energy as it pertains to emotions, love, compassion, loving each other, but they're feeling very defensive about the Ace of Cups. Again, I feel as though there is somebody here you're attracted to. You see the attraction, you had an ending with them, now you're having a breakthrough, and it feels like you're still not ready. You're still defensive about the Ace of Cups, and you're kind of stuck there. But you do see them you see this person for the value that they are. We've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, and I feel like this is the same person that we're talking about. Fire and water is temperance. I feel like you're waiting for the right time or the moment of alchemy in order to maybe move forward and talk to this person about what it is that you want or that you're expecting, or maybe you're going to tell them why you're stuck, why you're not offering the cup, why you're not interested in falling in love. We have the Queen of Cups, who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have more Leo energy here. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Aries, it's not Aries, sorry, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But we do have fire energy here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. I think I did say that already. All right, Leo. Let's look at you. Sneak peek for the singles for the weekend. Let's find out what's going on the weekend, whatever weekend it is. Tell me about what's going on the weekend for Leo, please. What does Leo need to know? What does Leo need to know? We've got the Six of Swords. There is going to be movement this weekend on something here. We have the Ace of Wands. You're moving on passion. And we do have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so it does feel like you do want to move forward here. The Ace of Wands to me is the new path of passion. It's also the phallic response, right? So it feels like here that it feels like somebody here feels like this is chaos. That maybe you're a person who lives in fire, who runs that fire, who is all about the beginning of something. That you're all about the first handhold, the first kiss, the first everything. But I feel like you are disconnecting because it feels like this is starting to confuse you, because it's only bringing chaos into your life, and you feel like you need to leave, go from the chaos to the calm. But it's a very confusing time for you. Tell me more about Leo. We do have the Five of Wands. We have the Lovers. You're confused about this soulmate here. And you're wondering if soulmates are an illusion, Leo. Is there such thing as a soulmate, or is that just a made-up thing so people can make money on the interwebs? I feel like you're kind of cynical here. So I want to say that we've got all this fire here, right? We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got all this fire. I feel like you are now, it feels like what you want to do is you want to stop just crashing into people for passion, I want to say. So I feel like you're a person who enjoys the beginning of things, the first handhold, maybe the pursuit, because the King of Wands is here. The King of Wands is the pursuer. I feel like it's like a catch and release for you. It feels like it's like you really do want to pursue. You're very hot for them. It's all very in wands, but after the fire burns out, it's like there's nothing, and that's why you're moving away from it, I feel. But it feels like this, like you're wondering, is there really someone for everyone? Is there a lid for every pot for sure? Or what is going on here? Like it feels like this Lovers here is you don't believe that you have a choice, like it's an illusion, or soulmates are an illusion. And it's a confusing time for you here. I want to say with the Five of Wands that there is indecision about what you want. There's that you move away from the Ace of Wands wondering what's next. Like if I don't have the Ace of Wands, if I don't have the pursuit, if I don't have the serial dating, because I feel like you are a serial dater possibly. And that's not to say anything derogatory. Some people just don't want to settle down, and I get it. I get it. They just aren't interested in being with one person. Tell me about this King of Wands, because I feel like you've grown up. I want to say it feels like you've got more information, or you've grown up, or you've settled yourself just a little bit, and not, you still have the fire. You still go after things that you're passionate about, but I feel like you're no longer acting out in fire. Like I feel like you're not just serial dating and chasing the shiny thing. I want to say that now you want some victory in some sort of a grown-up love. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about this King of Wands, please. Tell me about the King of Wands, Leo. Leo singles for the weekend. We do have the Judgment. Yeah, you're making a really big decision to end whatever it is that you've been doing. The Eight of Cups is here. It tells me that you're out there looking for love now, that you don't want to settle for just fire anymore, that you want something that's deeper. But in order for you to get something deeper, you must be deeper. So I want to say that's what you're trying to do here with the Hanged Man, that you're trying to listen to the intuition and maybe surrender a little bit to the universe and say, look, what do I do from here? I'm confused. Are soulmates an illusion? Tell me about this. We have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the King of Swords. It does feel like you do want to speak with someone about taking them out or going for a drink or celebrating something. Maybe you're celebrating somebody's birthday or going to a wedding, but it feels like with the Four of Pentacles here that you're holding on to the hope that this person, that if you did believe in soulmates, it would be this person. They could be a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius. They don't have to be. We have Pisces energy here. We also have the Judgment card here, which is Virgo and Pisces energy. You're making a really big decision here. It feels like this Judgment looking into the past here, the decision that you're making has to do with your past actions, because this is all action, right? Fire. And it feels like you are disconnecting from the past actions and you're going on a different path. These Eight Cups, I feel like, tell me you're not ready to settle for just passion anymore. It feels like there is somebody here that you feel, if there ever was, and I'm not saying that there is, Leo, you don't have to get defensive. Just kidding. You know, I feel like you're like, I don't believe in soulmates, but it does feel like you are holding on to someone who you're deeply connected to. And I would say if you are deeply connected to that person could be a soulmate if you can't let them go. But you're wondering if it's an illusion. It's very confusing for you. What do you want to say to this person? It feels like you want to take somebody out here. And I don't mean with a gun. I mean out to dinner. All right, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Temperance card, and the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I do feel like you are going to approach somebody here, and you're going to approach them in fire. But I want to say that you're waiting for the moment of alchemy, because now I feel like you're thinking about, well, you know, they told me that they were my soulmate. Maybe there is such thing. Maybe, you know, we do have a lot of, you start backtracking yourself in your mind, right? The King of Swords starts thinking it over, going over the facts. Well, this person did tell me there were soulmates. And we do have a lot of backstory. We do have a lot of nostalgia together. Like it feels like there's two people who are like going apart, coming back together. It's like we find each other over years. That's what it feels like. And it feels like you're still very, very passionately attracted to this person. I feel like you are manifesting something here. The Ace of Cups. I feel like you do have very deep feelings for someone here, Leo. And I feel like this is the weekend that you are going to approach. That's what it feels like. But you're going in with fire. And we've got Aries, we've got Pisces, we've got Sagittarius energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. We've got Virgo and Pisces, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Gemini energy, more fire. We've got more Gemini. Could be an air sign you're dealing with. All right, Virgo. Single Virgo. Let's talk about the single Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the single Virgos this weekend. The sneak peek for this weekend for single Virgos, please. Tell me about Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, please. We do have the Five of Swords, so a little bit of tension or conflict, possibly. Tell me more about the Five of Swords for Virgo. We do have the Ten of Cups, the moons in this deck. The Wandering Moon Tarot is, moons are the cups energy. It feels like there is some sort of a misunderstanding or an argument that might ensue here. Five of Pentacles. So we have two fives. There is going to be some type of really big change here that's coming up. I want to say that somebody who has healed wants to be very honest about the Ten of Cups with somebody here. And it feels like something is about to change. Tell me more about this, please, for Virgo. Tell me more about this for Virgo, please. We have Judgment. You're about to make a really big decision. A big decision about the 10 Cups. But you're fighting yourself. It might be that you're fighting yourself in the mind. There is somebody here that you're disconnected from, or you feel on the outside looking in of the Ten of Cups. And this could be that you wish to have, you know, the apex of happiness. You wish to have like everyone under one roof and family. It feels like you are about to make a really big decision here, Virgo. Your energy shows up here with Judgment. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy here. It feels like you want to have a second chance, or you want to go back around, or maybe you're going to give someone that you had been arguing with or departed from. You're going to give them a second chance, or maybe you're going to ask for a second chance. We do have the Nine of Cups. Because this person feels like your wish fulfillment, but you feel like you are on the outside looking in of the wish fulfillment. We have the Queen of Swords. So you want to liberate yourself. I feel like you're going to open some type of conversation with somebody here. It does feel like you moved along. It feels like there was an argument with somebody. They could be a Virgo or a Pisces possibly, or Aries, Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer. Could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But it does feel like we've got 5 swords here, and one in the Queen's hands is the 6th sword. It feels like you kind of ducked out or left some sort of relationship, and you're single as I see you in this relationship. In this reading, it does feel like you have become single, or there's been an argument that's ended something here, and maybe you're the one that made the big judgment to move along, to move forward, to see if their wish fulfillment was out there. But I feel like you keep looking back. I want to say this sword is pointing into the past. I feel like you keep looking back at this Ten of Cups. Tell me what your decision was about the Ten of Cups, and was it your decision? Let's find out what's going on here. We do have the 6 of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. It feels like somebody said something out of line because of the 5 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the one who is, you know, courageous and rebellious at the same time, right? It feels like somebody got brave and said something or admitted something about the 6 of Wands. It's like somebody said, I want you to move in, or I want to take this to the next level. I want to have the 10 cups here. And it feels like when somebody said that to the other person cut out. It went into silence. We stopped moving. This whole thing stopped moving. I feel like you want another chance, or somebody wants another chance here. Tell me about the Judgment card here. And I feel like you're going to ask for it. If it's you I'm talking about, Virgo, I feel like you're going to ask for this chance. You are liberating yourself here. And you are going to say something. You're just going to stand up and say it. Tell me about the Judgment and the Queen of Swords, please. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Swords and the Empress. So you're about to speak with the Empress. And so I do feel like the Empress is now in the past. As we speak about this, you've gotten out of this relationship, or you've moved away, or something's broken up. We're in silence, and we're like considered single. That's what it feels like. But it feels like this is all in the past here. And I feel like the Judgment card is telling me that you want another chance to talk about it. Tell me what you want to say. Because it feels like you're on the outside looking in now of your wish fulfillment, and you don't like that. We've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Devil energy here. So we could be dealing in Capricorn energy, possibly Taurus, Virgo. We've got Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio energy here. We've got 3 queens, which, you know, the only queen that we're not showing here right now is the Queen of Wands. So nobody's taking action. The Empress is here, but we do have 3 queens. We don't have the 4th queen yet. Nobody's taking action. We do have the Devil energy here. It feels like this was a toxic relationship. I'm just going to say, it feels like, you know, the money wasn't good. We had doubt. We had codependency here. It was a codependent love. It's like somebody grabbed you, Virgo, stuck you in one spot and said, don't you ever leave my side. It's like you couldn't even go to the bathroom without them waiting outside the door. That's what it feels like here. But you want to talk about it. Tell me what you want to say. Because I feel like you see this person as the wish fulfillment, but something's got to change. Now, the thing is this, is maybe when you were dating them back there, maybe they were 3 queens. Maybe they were someone who wasn't really taking action here. Maybe they really didn't know how to take action. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. And And the Nine of Cups. We've got the 3. Yeah, you're going to ask somebody out. I feel like you want to have a conversation. The 3 of Pentacles is here. It's like your argument is, look, we've been friends for years. We've known each other for a very long time. I'd like to take you out and speak with you about what went on here. Can we talk about it? It feels like this was a very codependent or toxic kind of relationship. But I still think you want it back, though, even though it was toxic. Yeah, it's the moment of alchemy with the 6 of Pentacles being the reciprocity and you making a decision to give somebody reciprocity because you feel like you should. It feels like you want this relationship back. We have the moon energy here, and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. We have the new moon energy. So maybe possibly this goes down around the next new moon, which I don't know. I know that there's a full moon coming up in Scorpio in soon, but I don't know when the new moon is. So I want to say we've got 2 moons here. Moons are cups in this, right? It feels like it's very deeply emotional. That I feel like that when you were in the relationship with this person, I feel like the King of Wands being here, that there was a lot of passion, that you were the one taking all of the action towards this partnership, but somebody here wasn't doing their part. I want to say that since you've been in this relationship and since things have gone quiet, someone has grown up and become the Empress. So they're far more balanced. They can now take action. We haven't seen the Queen of Wands yet, but the Queen of Wands is within the Empress. I feel like you want to talk to somebody, and I feel like you're going to do that, and it probably isn't this weekend, but it is somebody that you want this new path of passion with. You're passionate about them, passionate about the path you two are going to take together, and it feels like you are going to, yeah, there's the Tower. Okay, we have the full moon. Look, it's a full moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio shows up. Full moon in Scorpio is you know, it's the ending of things. Full moons are always when we release things. Maybe you're going to release things under the full moon. The Tower's going to come, give you a realization that under the new moon, it's time for you to kind of dig into the self, or try and figure out what it is that you want. The moon energy being here tells me that it's not as it seems. So maybe things have cooled off since the breakup, and maybe it's time to go back and see if somebody wants to speak with you, or if they've blocked you here. Because I feel like there is some sort of a psychic connection here, but I feel like you two are arguing. That's what it feels like. An argument broke you two up. And because I'm just going to say, it feels like it was a really toxic situation. And I don't know, this person is now the Empress. Maybe it's changed, maybe it's different, but I feel like you're going to ask about it. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Scorpio. We have the full moon and the new moon, but we also do have the moon energy here, which is Pisces and Cancer. We do have Capricorn energy here. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Taurus energy. We have Virgo energy here. We've got the Knight of Swords, who is Gemini. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer here, Virgo, and Pisces. All right, Virgo. And now we are at Libra. Let's talk about Libra, please. Sun and rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about the single Libra, please. Coming up for this weekend, tell me about single Libra. What do we need to know about Libra singles, please? Sneak peek for this weekend. Tell me about Libra singles, please. We do have the Two of Pentacles. Why is that? Somebody trying to keep in balance during a very busy time. Somebody here could be juggling emotional things, juggling friendships, juggling emotional things. We do have the Queen of Cups here, who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I feel like, Libra, you're showing me your soft side. I want to say you're showing me your compassionate side. The fact that you're full of this love and you're ready to share it. But I want to say that life is really busy, and possibly that you haven't made time for love. You haven't made time for getting into some type of relationship, and that might be why you're single. I feel like with the Five Pentacles here tells me that you're on the outside looking in from everyone else who's got love. But it feels like you're willing to maybe look at possibly juggling a partnership in your pentacle world, but it could be a work partnership. Partnership to me isn't love, but it feels like maybe there is a partnership here that you hope maybe has the potential for love. But the thing is this, I feel like your life is really busy, and that this would be a really a really hard thing to throw into a very busy life where you're barely keeping in balance. I feel like you want stability in love, but right now I feel like you only have time for a partnership. Like, I don't know that you have time for everything else that comes with entertaining the Queen of Cups, because the Queen expects you to be as deep as she is, right? I say she because there's a woman on the card, but we all have masculine, feminine energies, so that could be masculine or feminine. You could already have some romantic notions or feelings for the Queen of Cups, and we do have the Magician here. It's almost like you feel it's going to take an act of God. It feels like you, with the Magician energy here, that you do have all the tools that you need to create a partnership. So maybe that's a good place for it to start, Libra. Maybe we start as a partnership. So we don't make any commitments in love. We don't talk about this romance here, but maybe we started in the Pentacle world. We start getting on each other's team, going out with groups of friends. You know, maybe we can talk about work, or, you know, maybe we work together. Could possibly be that. There's two people watching someone else who's very good at what they do. Maybe this is a work related thing here. Could be. I feel like you want to give someone reciprocity. There's 3 and 2, but there's one on the table of the Magician as well. I think you're manifesting reciprocity, hoping that maybe it'll turn into something that is romantically related. We do have the King of Cups. Okay, so you got your eye on somebody here. Libra, we don't have any swords on the table, but I want to say that we do have a lot of water. And it feels like that. It feels like you do have romantic feelings for someone who also has romantic feelings for you. We do have a soulmate couple here, or 2 people who see themselves as each other. And I feel like feelings are already beginning to grow, but your life is so busy that you're not really sure if you have time for love or partnership. Because those are 2 different things, right? One doesn't require that I be on call for you in text, in the morning text and the night text, and the bringing of flowers or taking you out or whatever it is. One of them doesn't need that, and that's this here, right? And the other one is very much about, you know, riding off into the sunset and being aware of your feelings while you're aware of my feelings. Tell me about the 3 of Pentacles, please. Because I feel like your life is real busy, and you wish you could have some sort of a deep romantic connection. But I feel like you're manifesting that, but I don't know that you have time for it right now, because your Pentacles seem like you're having a pretty busy time with Pentacles here. Yeah, I don't feel like you're the person who really is into the hit it and quit it. I feel like you're not the person who does that. I feel like it must be balanced for you. The King of Wands is here, and I feel although you have passion and you would really love to have reciprocal passion, that you know that it's really a toxic way to start a relationship. Look, get mad at me if you want, but fire burns out, and you know that. And you know that because you're a balanced human, right? You're a balanced person. So it feels like with the Devil energy here that you do desire this person. You're very attracted to them. They're probably very attracted to you. And you do want to give reciprocal energy, but you're not really sure if you can fit this person into your life, because you're barely in balance right now. And we've got the Star card, we've got the Page of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. You know, the thing is that I feel like you want to go charging in on someone and tell them that you do have affection for them. Like, I feel like they maybe already might know that you have affection for them, but they also know that your life is very busy. The Star energy is here, and so it's wish fulfillment. It's like you wish to tell somebody that you have hope, that if I show you a little bit of my energy in terms of the Page of Cups, if I tell you I have affection for you, that maybe this might grow into something that's a little more passionate. I feel like you don't really... You try and keep your stability in the Pentacle world, but I want to say that you just don't have time to carry a relationship right now, Libra, and you know that. And I love that you know that. I love that you do, because, you know, getting into a relationship is a commitment of sorts. And I feel like with the Knight of Wands that maybe you're not ready to settle down, or you're somebody who can't really give anybody stability as it pertains to love or passion. You can't really do that. Tell me why the Magician is here, please. And I feel like you're not looking for just any love. I feel like you're looking for a magical love. We do have the Four of Cups in the reverse. We have the Five of Pentacles, and we have the King of Swords. So I did pick up on the 3 and the 2 under here, which is the Five of Pentacles. And it feels like, yeah, it's like, you know that you're going to have to make the time to speak with someone and be attentive with someone and be honest and factual and truthful and all of those things. It feels like the King of Swords is about to speak to someone that they haven't spoken to in a while, coming out of this redundant energy. I really do feel like you want a relationship, but it feels like it's not something that is feasible at this time. The Queen of Swords is in the reverse. We do have the Page of Swords and the Three of Wands. Yeah, it feels like you're not ready for it. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's not necessarily in the best mood, a little bit cantankerous, can be a little bit rude, can spit words that are really not very kind. The Page of Swords is telling me that you realize that your life is way too busy, that you would really love to have some sort of a soulmate connection that is romantic and beautiful and riding off into the sunset. But you know that when life gets too busy, you have a realization that when life gets too busy, you can get to be like this. You can get to be like the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So I feel like, and this could be an old thought pattern as well, right here. This could be an old thought pattern. Maybe this is what's happened in the past. In the past, maybe it ends up in harsh words, or, you know, somebody feels like you're not paying enough attention, not giving them enough love, you're not giving enough, you know what I mean? And it feels like it ultimately in the past has ended up in what's arriving is you trying to learn about how to keep your tongue in your head when this person is saying to you, look, I'm disappointed with the way the relationship is going. So I feel like I'm feeling somebody here. I feel like it's your energy here, that you keep yourself on the outside looking in. I don't think anybody put you there. I feel like you do want to reconnect with your emotions and you wish to have some sort of a loving relationship, but it feels like your life is super busy right now. And really the only thing you can give reciprocally is passion. And you know that that is toxic. You know that just only going in for the passion, it's going to burn out. I got to be able to get deep with somebody, like in the feelings, in the emotions, in how we, you know, move forward toward falling in love and the romance stuff. You know that you're going to have to put more energy into it, but I don't think you have the energy to put into it because of the Two of Pentacles. So we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have, again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We do have the King of Cups, who is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got some Leo energy, Pisces energy. We've got Aries, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Aquarius energy, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. All right, Libra, let's go to Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio singles, please, for the weekend. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio, please. Tell me about Scorpio singles, please, for the weekend. Sneak peek for this weekend or another. Who knows, right? Let's find out what's going on. It could happen on a weekend. Ooh. All right. Just about threw the whole deck on the floor. Got a bunch of stuff here that's facing up. I'm going to take it all. Let's do that. Find out what's going on here. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the 10 of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. We do have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Somebody is about to listen to their intuition. Somebody here who has been doing a lot of work on themselves, a lot of self-mastery, paying attention to what my needs are, trying to get things together in the Pentacle world. I feel like that's what's going on with you right now. For some of you, you could be moving. You could be like leaving one place and going to another, and maybe you've left a situation where you had more financial help, and it feels like for some of you, you could be moving to a place that gives you more financial rewards in order to be able to put a roof over your head. That's what I'm looking at here. So it feels like somebody here is beginning to listen to their intuition. I think that what you want, Scorpio, is that you do want the Ten of Cups. You do want this ultimate happiness. You want this hard cycle to end. This hard cycle, I feel like you're over it, and you know that you deserve happiness and passion. I want to say that you are moving into an era of working really hard on your intuition, or on being more verbal, trying to say things. It feels like you hide a lot of things, and I don't think that you're hiding, honestly. I don't feel like you're hiding things. I think you keep things under the surface. I think that's what you do. Until you're ready, at which time you're ready to divulge whatever it is that you're ready to divulge, I feel like you just keep it within. I feel like you're deep into your intuition, that you're kind of really working really hard, either on the self or at work, and you haven't really been speaking to people. It's time to reconnect. It's time to stop worrying about money. It's time to stop worrying about your intuition and just tap into it. It's time to stop worrying about what's, like, it feels like it's finally time to stop worrying. Tell me why the Seven of Swords is here, please. There's a lot of silence here. Keeping things under the surface, not really telling people things. Tell me why the Seven of Swords is here. What is being concealed here? What are you holding under the surface? We've got the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Somebody's about to be a little more flexible, maybe with their time or with their money. Got the Ten of Pentacles, and then we have the Five of Wands. Okay, very interesting. So you know that you must be a little more flexible. You have to be a little more truthful and honest. You can't keep things under the surface all of the time and expect people to trust you, because there are other people like you who have psychic energy. They're going to detect right away that you're holding back, not saying something, something's under the surface. And I don't think it's anything sinister. What I think you're holding under the surface here is that you really do want the 10 Pentacles, and you're willing to be a little more flexible about the 10 Pentacles, which is the long-term relationship. And I feel like the Five of Wands is telling me that you're in indecision, that you're not really sure, you want to put yourself back into the dating pool. There's a lot of competition. You're not really sure, but you really do want this Ten of Cups, I feel, in the future. The new path that you want here, the new exciting path, is connected to the Ten of Cups for you. Tell me what you stop worrying about, because, you know, it's right here. The Nine of Swords is in the reverse. It feels like you've stopped worrying about the future and stopped worrying about the past. That maybe this is an indication that you're about to live in the present moment. We do have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Moon energy, and we have the Two of Cups. Ooh, it feels like somebody here is wondering if this friendship can turn to love, because we do have the Moon in between the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So it feels like somebody has stopped worrying about whether this friendship will turn to love. It feels like things are not as they seem, I want to say. And they may be things may not be as they seem with the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is showing up in the bottom of the deck, which is the future energy, right? Yeah, it feels like you're having some sort of a breakthrough about the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, feminine or masculine. We also have the Sun, which is Leo energy. It feels like you've been on the approach for a while, or you've been moving really slow or being really patient, that you don't want to move forward too quickly. But it feels like from a distance, you're watching this Queen of Wands, I want to say, and you're having breakthroughs. You see somebody who's on their throne, who does what they want, who's very independent and tenacious. Somebody who really isn't worried about what anyone else thinks about them. I feel like there is something here that is not as it seems, that you do have feelings for somebody, and I think it could be the Queen of the Queen of Wands. Tell me about this Ten of Cups here, please. Why is the Ten of Cups here? Because I feel like you are kind of beating yourself up about whether or not you want to be in a relationship or not. We do have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. We have the Six of Swords, and we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. I want to say that the reason that you are hesitating, or you are in indecision about a long-term relationship, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles together, you know, all of the abundance and settling down with somebody and happiness. It's because I feel that you have moved away from a relationship in the past and you don't want to repeat the cycle. Because the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse, it feels to me like you go inward, or you're thinking about, you know, inwardly, you're like, I'm checking with myself. I need to figure out if I'm abundant enough. Do I really want to settle down? But the Queen of Pentacles being in the reverse with the Six of Swords is telling me that, look, I've been through this before. Somebody impacted my livelihood. Somebody impacted my base, my financial situation, and then they moved along. And I don't want that to happen again. I'm trying to avoid getting my heart broken. So 6 and 3 is 9. That's what you're worried about. You're worried about getting hurt again, and someone to take half of whatever you have built. I feel like you just don't want to get into a situation where you are again going to get taken advantage of financially. And although you do want the happiness and you want the stability, I feel like your indecision is, if you're too flexible, that somebody here is going to take you for everything. We do have the Eight of Wands, we have the Justice, and we have the Lovers. But I feel like there is somebody that you really do want to contact or speak with. They could be a Libra, they could be a Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We have Pisces energy here as well. I feel like there is somebody here that you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there is somebody here that you do want to speak with. Your Justice is that I feel like somebody wants to either communicate with Libra or is going to communicate about balance in some sort of a relationship. I feel like that's your best bet, is to be really honest with someone about how you feel about relationships. Look, that person, what's the worst they're going to do is they're going to say, fine, forget it, and they're going to walk away. But at least you know that that's not the candidate. I feel like you want to begin something. You're very passionate about it, but I feel like you really have to have a really grounded, sort of very balanced conversation about really what is my choice, and should I make a choice? Should I choose somebody? I'm not really sure if I should choose somebody. I want to say that the reason that you're feeling that way is because the moment of alchemy hasn't come. You haven't had this shift of energy that's telling you it's go time. And so it makes sense that you're kind of reserved or holding back. So I do feel like that there is somebody here that you're interested in. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse tells me that it's like you're not ready. And so don't push yourself, Scorpio, if you're not ready. I feel like you're not ready to show your feelings. You're not ready to connect to someone in that way. And I feel like it's okay. It feels like you do have somebody here that you are thinking about, that, you know, we have the sun and the moon here. And it tells me that in a moment's notice, things can change from night to day. Like it could literally change overnight. When the moment of alchemy comes, that's literally what happens, is that one day you're like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. Forget it. I'm not doing that thing. And then you meet the right person. And then all of a sudden, boom, you change from night to day. Your attitude changes. So I feel like you need to trust the process, trust the universe, and maybe just be aware that maybe now's not the time. You need to wait for the shift of energy to come when you feel good about it, when you feel balanced about it, when you feel healed about it. And then that's when it's going to be time to take action. So I feel like you're going to have this breakthrough, and it almost feels like it's an overnight change. And I feel like you are going to find someone who's going to cooperate with you, because the moon doesn't have an illuminance by itself. It depends on the sun. The sun, you know, is pointed toward the moon, and that's the only reason that we see the moon is lit up, is because of the sun. It's the cooperation between the sun and the moon. So we have Pisces and Cancer. We have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We have more Sagittarius. We have Gemini and Libra. More Sagittarius energy. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have Pisces energy. So I feel like what you're keeping under the surface here, my friend, is you're not really ready. And that's okay not to be ready. It's all right not to be ready. It's just like now is not the time. You'll be single for a bit. But by choice. I don't think anybody's forcing you into it. I think it is a choice. All right. Sagittarius, let's figure out what's going on for you, my friend. Sagittarius singles for this weekend, or maybe another. But let's find out what's going on. Sneak peek for the weekend for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Tell me about Sagittarius. We've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups. So we've got some regrets about the past. We've got the moon energy here. Somebody is regretting in the past that they didn't take action because they weren't really sure what was coming up. They couldn't see the path clear. We do have the Five of Pentacles and therefore have been left on the outside looking in. It feels like somebody here is in their emotions. Really in your emotions about being regretful about something that possibly has come to an end. We do have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. When I see more than one five, it means quick change is coming. You won't be in this lack energy for much longer. But we do have the Moon energy, Pisces and Cancer. And it feels like there's something here that you don't understand. The Moon energy here is about things aren't really as they seem because we're looking at it under the moon rather than under the sun. Tell me more. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles coming up lots today. We have the Death card, and we do have the Six of Pentacles. I do believe that there is somebody here that you were having reciprocal energy with. I feel like it was emotional energy, and now you don't know what's going on. The Ten of Pentacles is here, but so is the Moon. It's like, I don't understand. Are we in a relationship or are we not? Is it the end? Like, is it the end of a relationship? I don't understand. It's like nobody has really said if it's on or off. That's what it feels like. And we do have the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. Are we going to go from not talking to giving reciprocity, or is it over? You're really entirely unsure about what's happening here. It feels like this is a pattern, I want to say. That if you're feeling single, you're coming to this reading because you're feeling single or you are single and you're regretful about what happened in the past. It almost feels like this thing is like on again, off again with the same person. And you're not really sure what's going on. You're not sure, is this a long-term relationship or are we over? We have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Page of Cups. So I feel like the Two of Wands tells me that you are at the crossroads here, that you need to make a decision about what you're going to do, regardless of what the other person is going to do. Some people do that. They wait for the other person to call the relationship, leave the relationship, set the terms of the relationship, instead of taking it on themselves and saying, this is what I require. And the reason that we don't set those boundaries is because we're scared the person's going to leave, which then in turn puts us in some sort of a space of the Moon energy because we didn't want to be honest with ourselves because we were scared that person was going to leave. So now it looks like somebody's in limbo. I don't know if I'm single. I don't know if I'm in a relationship. All I know is I have regrets about the way this whole thing is turning out. My emotions are on high. It feels like there is something here that I feel is a friendship or a partnership, it feels like, that turned into love or into a long-term relationship. But you're wondering, is it over? You haven't had reciprocity from someone, this person, in a long time. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, possibly, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have a lot of Earth energy here. We have Pisces and Cancer energy. So is it over? Yes or no? Or is it just in a place of quiet because it's transforming? Tell me about the Death card, please. We do have the Five of Wands, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Prince of Wands, who is the Knight. So we do have the Five of Wands. There is indecision. The Seven of Cups being in the reverse feels like I pick you. So I think your decision is you pick this person. You pick them. But you're not sure if they pick you because the Moon energy is here. Do they pick you or not? Do they pick you? Does this person just want to be a friend, or do they want to be in a relationship? Because we have the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles laying here next to each other. So do they want to be a friend, or do they want the long-term relationship? You're unsure. The Two of Swords tells me you don't know. You're kind of blocked in the mind. We've got more swords, 8 swords. You're wondering if it's over, if this cycle is over. The Eight of Swords tells me you can't stop thinking about it. We do have the Sun. It feels like you need clarity. You want growth. You need clarity. And it feels like right now, you two aren't talking. Why is that? We've got the Two of Pentacles, lots of pentacles here. We've got it's been a long while since we spoke with each other. The Six of Swords and the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. Are we moving on? Is this over? Does it mean we're not sharing love anymore? Like I still keep getting questions. I can't even answer the question for you. We have the Nine of Cups and we have the Queen of Cups. It does feel like you have a lot of feelings for somebody that you feel is wish fulfillment, but this is taking way too long. It feels like somebody's playing games. It feels like a game player here. We have the Seven of Pentacles. It's taking too long. The Knight of Wands is here, and we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So it feels like, I want to say that somebody is probably going to charge in on you and say, look, I pick you. Do you pick me or not? I think this is coming to a head this weekend. It feels like you came here to look at this because you feel like it's over, but maybe they don't feel like it's over. It feels like you need some clarity on what's going on here. We do have the Page of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. If it's going to be over, I just want to remove these burdens. Are you my soulmate? Somebody might be coming to a realization that this person is their soulmate, because the Page of Swords is here with the Six of Cups. A realization, I'm finding out more information, maybe I'm doing a little more digging, but it's becoming a place where it's becoming very burdensome. So somebody wants to be released. It's like, I want to go out and have fun with my friends. I want to go out and party. I want to have celebration, but you're going to need to tell me what you want to do in this relationship. I feel like you feel very stuck to this person. Eight of Pentacles is here with the Queen of Wands. You're ready to work on it. You're ready to work on the passion. You're ready to work on some sort of a commitment, but the Four of Pentacles is here. The other person is shut down, shut off, and is not giving you any information. So I feel like this weekend might be the weekend where somebody rushes in and says, and I don't know if it's you or them, says, look, I pick you. Do you pick me or not? This might be the weekend where we actually make the decision. We have a lot of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Aquarius energy here. We have Leo. We have more Scorpio energy here. And the moon, which is Pisces and Cancer. We have Capricorn on the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius. So it's going to be up to you to make the decision. It's really got to be, because it feels like somebody else here is kind of playing games with you. So you're going to make the decision. It feels like you're going to race in on someone and say, look, or maybe they'll race in on you and say, look, are we going to do this or are we not? But you need a solid, grounded, stable answer with all of those pentacles showing up. All right. Let's go to Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Sneak peek for this weekend for the single Capricorn. What is going on for the single Capricorn, please? Tell me about the single Capricorn. Tell me about the single Capricorn. We have the Star in the reverse. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Very interesting. It's like you're starting to lose hope that there will ever be a relationship coming around here, but I don't think you care. Like the Nine of Pentacles is telling me that whatever you're building alone, and that you are confident, you're looking really good, your pentacles are in place, things are really working out for you here. But we do have the Star in the reverse, which tells me that you're unsure about a wish fulfillment, because your boundaries are really tight, that you're feeling like you've lost hope. And so I think what you're doing is your back is to the Star in the reverse. I feel like you're ignoring it. I feel like you're like, whatever. The wish fulfillment can catch up if it wants to, but I'm just going to be busy in my own world, in my own lane, doing my own thing, taking care of me. We do have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Chariot, and we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, it does feel like you've got your boundaries up because of an ending of some type, or that you are apart from someone. So you consider yourself single. You're on the outside looking in, and you've lost hope that maybe we're going to reconnect again. There is the Three of Swords is the heartbreak or the heartache here. It feels like you're on your way. I'm just going to say, like, this is a lot of negative energy, right? We've got standing my ground. I'm not coming to you. You can come to me if you want to. I feel like that's what you're saying, Capricorn. And if you don't want to come to me, that's fine. I'm losing hope that you're ever going to come back round again because of the Three of Swords and the Five of Coins. It feels like we're on the outside looking in, or we're departed, or we've departed from each other. We're not speaking. This whole thing is in lack. And it feels like this person had you begging for their attention, and it was heartbreaking. But I feel like you've decided, like, you know, you're the Nine of Pentacles is here, and you're like, I'm just going to stay in my lane. But I feel like you are I feel like what's coming for you is that your business or whatever you do for a living is about to take off. Promotions, money is coming in, bonuses. It feels like something is about to take off to the victory. And I think that's what you should be focused on, is the energy that is in the future. Because I feel like what you're leaving in the past, because the back is to everything here, what you're leaving in the past is all of this hardship. I feel like you're now racing to some sort of a victory because you're far more balanced. You're far more sturdy and stable and confident about where you're headed to. We do have the Seven of Cups, and so it feels like it is a confusing and emotionally confusing time for you, or possibly that there is, I want to say there's somebody in the future here. I want to say just leave this behind. If you were dealing with an Aquarius or possibly a fire sign, maybe an earth sign, if you were dealing with someone who is playing with your emotions, I feel like you have a victory in very beautiful, like the King of Cups is nothing to shake a stick at. The King of Cups is beautiful and deep and lovely, right? This is Scorpio energy, psychic and protective and beautiful. Someone who's really going to have your back. But it feels like you're going to have the victory. This person's going to be showering you with attention. So you don't have to be begging for energy back here. I feel like what this victory is telling me here, this Cancer energy, is that right now that maybe it looks like an illusion, that you're never going to love again, you're never going to have anything. But I feel like the Seven of Cups is between you and the King of Cups. You don't see it. It's like you feel like it's an illusion, or you feel like it's confusing. But I feel like what's coming here is really very beautiful for you. It's time for you to leave all of this gameplay in the past here. Yeah, there's a new beginning coming for you here, my friend, and it's wish fulfillment. And I think you worry about it. Who is going to be coming forward to me? You worry about it, and it's causing burdens because you don't know what's going on with the Seven of Swords. But I want to say that the King of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who wants to pursue you. But the King of Wands is in the reverse. I feel like you're not pursuing anybody. I'm going to say you're not pursuing anybody. What you're looking forward to is a new beginning, wish fulfillment. It is a little bit of worry and some heavy burdens. Who's going to love me? I feel like there's a really beautiful love. It could be a water sign or someone who loves as hard and deep as a water sign. It feels like that there is something really beautiful coming for you here. You just got to leave all this crap behind. Somebody here is playing games with you and you don't need it. You don't need it. That was really quick and sweet, but I don't think we need to say much more than that. Look, there is some really good romantic stuff coming here. Communication, puppy love. Somebody is going to surprise you with their emotions. You've got some really beautiful stuff coming up, Capricorn. Please don't look back there. Don't look back to the game player. We do have Leo here. We have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. More Aries energy. We've got Cancer here. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Aquarius energy here. And speaking of Aquarius, let's take a look at you, my friend. Let's look at the single Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the single Aquarius for the weekend. Sneak peek for the weekend for the single Aquarius. Tell me about the single Aquarius, please. Tell me what's coming up for Aquarius. Sneak peek for the weekend. Got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. We do have the Empress here. The Empress is, I want to say that there's somebody here who might be pursuing an Empress, what feminine or masculine, someone who is very balanced on their own, does their own thing, someone who doesn't really need you. I feel like you are concealing that you have you want to invest in this person here, that you haven't quite said so. And I'm just going to say that the Seven of Swords is looking at the Empress. It feels like it's almost like you're trying to get away with it. I want to say that it feels like you can't stop thinking. You can't stop looking at the Empress, because the Empress is everything that you want. And you do want to invest, but I feel like you might be scared, or there is a secret, maybe something you're not willing to reveal. Tell me more about Aquarius, please. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Ah, there it is. We've got the Devil in reverse. We've got the Nine of Cups. We had the deck in reverse, I think. Yeah, we did, but that's okay. It is what it is. It comes out the way it's supposed to, right? So we do have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like the secret that you're keeping, Aries, is maybe that you're not financially stable, or if you do have your finances, maybe you're not as stable as you want to be, is what I want to say. You're not really sure about if you have enough money to impress the Empress. Look, the Empress is top notch, right? You don't get an upgrade from the Empress. The Empress is the upgrade. This person already financially supports themselves, and I feel that's a bit intimidating for you. That's what it feels like. So whether your Empress is feminine or masculine, I feel like your secret, or the thing you're keeping concealed, or the thing that you're keeping under the surface that you're not really telling, which I don't think is a lie. I think it's just something you're not willing to talk about just yet, is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Is this person, do I have enough stability to offer the Empress? Because the Empress comes with their own stability, right? This person knows how to make money. They can take care of themselves. They don't really need you. And it can be a little bit intimidating. So I feel like you do want to invest with the Empress. I feel like you want to plant this pentacle with the Empress, but you're not really sure if you have enough financial or 3D things, a house, a car, all the things that you would want to offer someone who you'd be inviting into your life in a romantic situation. I've got the Devil, which is in the reverse, which tells me there's a release of bad energy here, a release of energy of maybe it's worry. You're releasing your worry, you're releasing your doubt, and I feel like you are going to go with this Ace of Pentacles here. The Nine of Cups is in the reverse, so it tells me that maybe you're willing to give up your party days. You're willing to give up, you know, going out with the boys or the girls, or it feels like you're ready to settle down. And the Nine of Cups tells me it's like, I'm not really sure if I do have the financial wherewithal to be able to keep the Empress, but I do have to release this doubt and this worry. I feel like you have an opportunity here. Tell me about the Devil and the Ace of Pentacles. We do have the Six of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So I want to say, first of all, you need to learn not to worry, that there is, you have some feelings and memories. You might already know this Empress here. You are trying to release these memories and feelings. This could be about another person, though. What is this? Yeah, the Ten of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so it feels like you're releasing another relationship, or you have already. That's why you're here and you're single. That you've released another relationship here. It feels like there was the end of a cycle, right? I was going to say with the Nine of Swords and the Page of Swords that you've learned something. You learned something about the end of the cycle, that, you know, that you have a lot of soulmates, that even though you may have ended something with a soulmate or released them, I feel that you're still willing to participate, you're still willing to invest in somebody else. But this tells me here that maybe there was somebody here, the Queen of Wands, that just really wasn't down with settling down, wasn't down with this Ten of Cups. It feels like somebody here didn't want to settle down in a relationship with one person for the long term. So I want to say that that you have, or are in the midst of releasing that. So tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. We've got the Two of Pentacles, we've got the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. It almost feels like this Empress intimidates you just a little bit. The Queen of Swords can be intimidating, can be someone who is speaking the truth all of the time. And look, I am the Queen of Swords. I am the Empress. I am the Queen of Swords. And I have people who specifically don't really want to go out and talk with me because they know I'm going to be completely honest. And although my intention is never to be mean or rude, it's always my intention to be honest with this person. And honesty makes a lot of people uncomfortable because we're in a world of fake ass shit, right? We're in the world of filters and people hiding behind a camera, and when you see them, they don't look like their picture. And so when we come to someone who's very honest and real, it makes a lot of people super uncomfortable. So I want to say that maybe you feel a little uncomfortable with speaking up to the Empress. It feels like you're really busy working. I want to say the Two of Pentacles is here. You're trying to keep yourself busy in the pentacle world, and you're wondering, do you have enough to keep the Empress here? I feel like opening conversation with the Empress is what you're being told here, that you should say something. The Page of Wands tells me that this is an exciting time for you because the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is a fated moment, and this is divine timing. Things are about to change. So I want to say, of all of these these feelings that you are feeling like maybe I'm not enough, maybe I don't have enough. I want to say those are all feelings of scarcity, and your mind is about to change, because I feel like you're about to change your mind about how you approach the Empress. That I feel like you're going to stop worrying about I don't have enough or I'm not enough. I feel like you're going to be straight up and honest with the Empress that you do want to invest in this person, and then you're going to go from there. It's like you don't have to have it all figured out, Aquarius, before you move forward here. Tell me what the Nine of Cups is, please. We have the Star in reverse. So it feels like you're losing hope that this person still has passion for you, but you're going to manifest them anyway. The Magician is here. You're going to manifest this passionate connection anyway. Manifest the courage to step forward and pursue the Empress. Tell me how this ends up here. What's the outcome here for Aquarius? We have the Knight of Wands, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Five of Wands. Why is that? Because of the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like you're not ready. I'm just going to say you need to get more stable and sturdy. Work on yourself just a little bit more. Maybe put a little bit more money in the bank. And it's just really for you. I don't think it's for the Empress, because the Empress comes with their own abundance. Right? The Empress is abundance. I want to say that you're kind of blocked right now. You're not making the decision because you feel like there's a lot of competition for the Empress, but it feels like you are very passionate about this person and you do want to move in on this person. And I think you will in the future. But first, I think you're going to go over the details, maybe do a little bit of self-work. It feels like you're not going to do this right away. So for you, it might not be this weekend. It might be another weekend. But there are romantic feelings here and you are at the crossroads of love. I feel like you do want to approach this Empress. I think that you may do that, but maybe it's not this weekend, my friend. All right. So we do have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Aquarius energy. We've got the Magician, who is Aries. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Aquarius energy. We've got more Aquarius energy, Page of Swords. We've got Capricorn energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus and Libra, and more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. All right, let's figure it out. This is you, Pisces. Tell me about the single Pisces. Look at that card. What's this? It just popped right out. All right, King of Cups. Pisces, that could be your energy or the energy of someone else. That is Scorpio energy, but also Pisces and Cancer, because this is a general reading. Let's find out what is up for you, Pisces, the single Pisces, for the weekend. Sneak peek for the weekend for single Pisces. All right, we've got the Five of Wands. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Page of Cups. What? Pisces, somebody's going to surprise you here. That's what it looks like. I feel there is somebody here who you are emotionally disconnected from, or whom you've decided to disconnect from, or maybe they disconnected from you. Take it as it resonates here. But it does feel like the person who disconnected is on the way back. I want to say that the Eight of Cups is a place where the King of Cups didn't want to be settling for. And so now this person's gotten in their chariot and they're headed for the sun. They're headed for a new day, looking for the Two of Cups. I feel like someone's about to surprise you. You feel like there is a lot of competition for this person, but they're about to surprise you. This person has really worked on themselves. They're headed for victory. We've got two cards of victory here. I feel like they feel you get a lot of attention and they want to give you attention. They want to kind of just pour attention onto you here. Romantic attention. It feels like you've got their attention, I want to say. Somebody here needs to speak with you. And we do have the King of Pentacles. Somebody really wants something very solid and grounded with you, my friend. And we've got Cancer energy here. We've got Scorpio and Pisces as well. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please, for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Seven of Cups, we've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the Magician. So it feels like you're unsure, feeling overwhelmed or kind of confused about whether or not there's enough passion here. Is there enough passion? And I feel like that's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting fun. On this particular one, you can see there's 4 wands. You're manifesting stable passion here. But it's kind of confusing or maybe a little bit overwhelming. It feels like somebody who decided they didn't want to settle has gone out to look for the 2 cups. I feel like it could be you, or it could be the King of Cups. Maybe you are the King of Cups. The King, of course, is masculine leaning, but is also someone who has feminine energy. Tell me why the King of Cups is here. I feel like the King of Cups is about to either be the one who is surprised or is going to surprise someone else. We've got the Strength card, so it is the King of Cups. Whoever this is, whether that's you or someone else, the King of Cups is trying to find the courage to take off the blindfold and drop some burdens. And I feel like it's going to be done on the spur of the moment. It feels like somebody really does have deep, deep feelings here, and they're about to surprise someone who they feel there's a lot of competition for, which means you don't know if this person is in a relationship or not. It feels like you do want victory here. You have had victory over working on the self here. You could have worked with this person in the past, absolutely. We do have the Moon energy. We have the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So we do have this soulmate energy, right? King of Cups is under there. Now we have the Queen of Cups, who I feel that you are very, very enamored with. You're very attracted to this person, but I feel like there's some things you still don't know. And the things that you don't know is this person in a relationship or not? Should I go forward here? We've got the 7 of Swords, we've got the Tower and the 4 of Wands in the reverse. So we do have a realization that I got to be really truthful about what I want. And so I feel like what you're going to tell this person is, I'm not really interested in moving in. I'm not interested in getting engaged. But if you want to tell me the truth about what your realization is here, that we need to end something so we can be happy together. The Queen of Pentacles is here. This is somebody who's asking for a solid, stable, happy, emotional relationship. But it does feel like something has to end first. The lies. Why do you think they're lying to you? Because the last time possibly you got together, it was maybe just in fire. It could be just fire that burnt out and that turned out to be very toxic. But even though it was just fire, we're still holding on to each other. We still have a connection. I'm still attracted to you. You're still attracted to me. And we can't let each other go. So somebody here is having some sort of a realization that they got to be honest with you, or you got to be honest with someone else about why the ending came. Because it does feel like you're here being single because something didn't work out. It feels like what you're looking for is stability and happiness and emotion, and the other person has to be honest with you to tell you that they don't really want that. They don't really want to be moving in with somebody. They don't want to be engaged to somebody. And that's okay, because those things come in time, right? I feel like what you just are looking for is someone just to be stable and real with you. 3D Pentacles, right? Be real in the real world with me. I just want to know what's going on. So I feel like somebody here doesn't know if you're single or not. And they do have a lot of passion for you. They do want this new passionate start. Tell me about the surprise, because I feel like this person is going to surprise you with communication of some sort. And there's the Emperor. We do have the Emperor, we have the Knight of Swords and the 9 of Wands. The Emperor is just going to, hey, I'm here. And whether it's in text or up at your door, whatever it is, this person is wanting to speak with you. They want to talk to you. They're kind of at the end of a cycle, and they want to make a decision that takes them into the Ace of Wands, right? We've got the Ace and the 9, which is the 10. They're coming in to drop burdens. The Emperor, of course, is Aries, right? But also, when the Emperor is here, all the kings are here. That makes sense now with the King of Cups. So I feel like we're dealing with an Emperor who's in their feelings. They need to take off the mask and have some courage to drop the burdens with you, Pisces, but it feels like that we have some sort of a codependent, or we're stuck to each other, or we're very passionate, but we know that if it's just fire, it's not going to work. We need some earth and some water too. We need stability, and we also need, you know, the feeling of happiness and wish fulfillment. So I feel like you're getting communication here. I feel like that you worry that you're never going to find a solid commitment from this person, and you may be correct, but I feel like it's time to talk about it. There we go, as we see the King of Swords. It's time to talk about it. Someone wants another chance with you, and they're promising change. They're promising that they're going to change, and you're going to wait for their change and hope that they're going to change. I feel like for some of you, this person's going to ask you out, but it feels like they are kind of my way or the highway. They're someone who's not really very flexible in the mind. So it feels like they're going to give you reciprocity, but you need to pay attention to what this person says, because when they say what they say, they mean what they say. That's the King of Swords. And so they're going to give you reciprocity head over heart. They're not really going to bring any emotions into it. But what you want and what you should never give up is the want of this solid, happy, wish-fulfilled relationship. I think this person's going to ask you out. You're going to get communication. This person wants to talk to you. They're kind of up in their head right now. It could be this weekend that you hear from them for some of you. And it feels like there is going to be movement coming up really, really soon, Pisces. All right. That was a lot of cards. Let's find out what we got for signs. All right. So we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We have Pisces and Cancer here. We have Virgo energy. We've got Aries energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Aries. We've got Aquarius energy, more Scorpio energy. We've got Judgment, which is Virgo and Pisces. We've got Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Capricorn, more Scorpio. We've got Leo energy. We've got Cancer energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy, and more Aries. There we go, my friends. That is a sneak peek for the singles. Thank you so much for watching here. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back, y'all. Y'all take care. Love ya. Bye-bye.